Ready?
Or just one. I used to do 3, but I guess it's a little redundant to do 3. You just need 1 spike, you know?
You just got to see it happen.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to episode 4.
Hello, friends.
We are your hosts,
Yeah.
Lotus Flower and the White Buffalo.
You're going with White Buffalo for you?
Why not? I just heard it. You remember Jerome?
Jerome?
The gay dude that used to kick it with all the time?
I don't remember, dude. Wait, did he have a Lexus?
Did he have a Lexus?
I
He had
know.
a Golf.
I don't
It was back when I had my. It was back when I had my trap house in the middle of my first apartment with Kayla. But either way, me and him always bullshit. And he was always telling me gay shit, like coming at me, making them little fun advances.
Yeah.
And I always just say, like, yeah, I'm the Great White Buffalo, like in the hot tub time machine,
Uh-huh.
the first love, the one that got away, the one you can never have. So it's pretty cool.
Was he like aggressive with it or what? Was he one
No,
of those?
it's just jokingly, but it all stemmed from I was working at a clinic with Mike Wolf back in the day,
Yeah.
and I was a delivery driver, and we had to share the company car. So me and him went out, and I figured out he was gay, and then one of the first things that came out of my mouth was like, "So what's it like to suck a dick?" And from there we just became the best of friends.
Sounds like a good friendship, bro.
It's pretty decent.
I like how you remembered to turn off the fish tank because I forgot. I remembered and then I forgot.
I sat there and looked at it and was like, I think I have to do something with that. And I remembered I got to turn it off.
I can't even really hear the buzz when we're talking, but then when I was... Did you
No, I
listen
can totally hear it.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
It's so annoying, right?
It's so annoying. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it.
Think of the turtle.
That's fine.
Are we doing a turtle or what are we doing?
No, I was. And then...
So we just got to unplug it for
it's a lot. I already have a cat. I got him. He's a lot to deal with. He shits in the house at times.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with another animal.
Turtle would be a lot easier. He just chills,
Excuse me. I mean, but then I gotta clean the tank.
You gotta do that every once in a while, yeah, for sure.
And this smells after a while.
Well, you just for living conditions, you should just do it, yeah.
No, I'm just gonna be the responsible adult and not take on another responsibility that I don't need.
You're just gonna leave him in the fish store?
Yeah.
To die? Dude, I fucked my neck up at the gym today, dude, before I showed up.
Before you showed up at the gym?
Before I showed up here.
I
was at the gym, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I pulled something in my neck right here. We're clenching. I feel it. It's all tense right there.
Where your trap is?
Right above it, yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna be able to turn your head tomorrow, I bet.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's even when I was driving.
You go like this?
Yeah, 100%.
You go like that?
Yeah.
All the way?
I can do it, but it hurts. Right there is where I don't want to do it. This side is a little bit
One
better.
side's gonna be good.
Yeah.
One side's gonna be really bad tomorrow.
I got that tissue massager, so hopefully that helps.
That should.
I hope,
Dude, I remember one time I popped my trap in prison. I was fucking way too big to be trying to do pull-ups because I didn't get that in my routine in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I got chunky from eating prison food because you eat decent.
Yeah, you're not cracked out.
Well, no, not that you're all cracked. It's not jail food's bullshit. It's 70% soy that they're feeding you. And it just tastes like dog shit. So I'd skip chow in jail a lot.
I heard that they purposely make it so that the food makes you constipated because constipated prisoners are less likely to fight.
Nah, dude. You know how often I had the shits in prison?
How often?
Especially when I worked the kitchen? Probably every 2 to 3 days. The weekends for sure. Whatever pudding day was, bet you guaranteed everybody that worked the kitchen that got it. We used to steal 5-inch cooking trays. They're like that deep and they're wide like that probably.
Yeah.
They'd make pudding and just put them in those. And so
how'd that pudding taste on scale?
Fucking horrible. But
you couldn't even do pudding right.
But when you're locked up, and you don't get taste, I didn't get money.
Some familiarity or something.
It's just sugar. It's a sugary substance that you're not used to because everything's so bland.
Yeah.
You have to have
pancakes, bro. I made the pancakes.
Pancake day is the worst. Pancake day used to be the best, and then I became an adult.
They tasted like just doughy, stale.
But if you could find somebody to hook you up with the peanut butter,
you just throw some peanut butter on there and
put some peanut butter with
sandwich. That would actually be a lot better if you just treat it like a sandwich. Yeah.
Let me tell you what, dude. Some of the concoctions that we'd come up with, before, like just as additives. Like we made this hot Cheeto spread. Yeah, that you would put on a hamburger for hamburger day. Oh,
Yeah.
delicious.
Spread was like the trippiest thing. It just, you would basically just put everything you can find in a bag and heat it up with water. I was like,
Yeah.
and then you stirred it.
But there's a way to do it. You know what I mean? There's art to it.
Yeah,
I can make a mean fucking spread.
I don't deny it, dude. I'm just saying. And you know what's funny too is I was like, I'm gonna make this when I get on the outside. Never.
It's good.
I guess.
You just gotta get. I mean, like, it's not the same at all for sure, but it's still good.
I'm alright on all that. You know what I remember though randomly is when I got locked up, bro, is they gave me a cup, dude, and the cup tasted like they had cleaned something with a lot of soap. You know how when soap is in there and you gotta get it, you like dish soap, it's like you gotta get it out there like when it's a lot. I washed it like 4 times and I could still taste the soap, especially those shitty plastic cups that are like 10 years old, you know? They just have.
You could have got a community cup that used to have been a soap cup.
Yeah,
things happen. The plastic, the see-through ones, right?
They were orange at Maine, I think, if I remember correctly.
Orange cups?
They're like little plastic orange cups.
I've never seen an orange cup.
Yeah,
I've seen clear. Everything was clear.
Yeah, I mean it was orange, but maybe it was because I was part of the workers. I did the workers thing, you know.
I've never been workers at Maine. I've been worker at Lacey.
I did workers because I was like, "Fuck, bro." I was just like, I couldn't just not do shit.
Dude, it's all about like, don't get me wrong. Work's dope. Getting to go to work, but it all depends where you're working.
It's true. I was at Maine, so Maine was cool.
You work morning shift or what is it? You go to work at like 10 and you work till 7 or 8 in the morning. Like you basically serve breakfast and all that. That shift blows.
Yeah, I didn't do a morning one. I did like afternoon shift. They were pretty nice to me, dude. I think because when I got locked up, I just turned 18, you know, and I looked like I was still like 16 or 15, you know.
Yeah.
So like, everyone was super. They only had like one guard that was a dick to me. Trying to get me to cut my hair, you know?
At the Maine?
At Maine, dude. So this guard, he wanted me to cut my hair, and I didn't want to cut it. So I guess you weren't supposed to have long hair if you worked at like the workers, you know, the workers room because you had to do the kitchen.
You're not supposed to, but they give you a hairnet.
They let me slide, dude, I guess, and he didn't like that though. So after a while, he kept telling me to cut my hair like every day, and then after a while, I just kept telling him no, right? So he wouldn't let me out in the yard, bro. So he would lock me in between the hallways when he had his shift there, you know.
Oh, in the vestibule.
Yeah, like he would so you know how there's different like gates and shit. Yeah. Like he would let me out like halfway through, so I would have to wait till everyone's done right there. But I just took it as a challenge. I was like, you're not gonna break me, dog, you know.
No, they'll totally break you.
I didn't break me. I kept my hair long.
They'll beat the dog shit out of you. I've heard so many stories. I've never personally seen anybody come back.
I don't think he's gonna beat me up for not cutting my hair though, bro. I'm not like spitting at him or anything. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean it all depends because prior to,
I think for him it was mostly like some type of power trip. Like I think he saw me as like his son or something, or one of his kids. I told you to do something, get it done, you know. And I was just like, nah, bro.
Sometimes, dude. The guy that used to be the head sheriff, Corona, the guy before the one now or two, I forget now. Like he caught mad cases, all of his guards caught mad cases. Like I've had homies that would be walking, so like when you come in from the loop you go upstairs, and when you go upstairs you gotta like, they tell you keep your shoulder on the wall, blah 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 blah. This one dude, my homie was behind him, so he saw it all go down. He saw this dude's shoulder come off the wall, he said, like that much.
Yeah, and just power tripped
on
the road.
This cop fucking ripped this Mexican cat out the line, slammed him against the bars a couple times, and then fucking raked him face and shoulder all the way across the bars, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I look like I was like in high school still, bro.
Yeah, but you have a mouth on you, so you're already locked up.
Yeah,
they could easily make you get fucking. They used to call them elevator rides. Like dudes would come back from, you'd see them in the beginning of the loop, and then they might land where you land, and they're like almost disfigured. They're so beat to shit.
Yeah, my experience wasn't that bad, dude. To be honest, and then I made some friends in there. At least I thought I did, and then they fucked me on the outside. That's how.
101, baby.
Did I tell you about that fucking dude that like this black fool got cool with me in jail? Like when I first went in, like, got locked up, like the main dude that was in charge of the Asians, like in the workers' dorm, he was like this purebred Japanese fool, so he didn't like that I was mixed, you know? So I was like at the bottom of the pool, bro. But this black fool got cool with me, and I started hanging out with him. It turned out that his cousin lived like up the street from me, you know? Like I wasn't cool with him, but I had met him a few times and like smoked with him, you know? So we were cool, and then he looked out for me. When he got out, he hit me up for like a favor, you know, for some pills, and then like he ended up robbing me. Long story short, he was apologizing to me the whole time, like, you fucking dick.
He was apologizing to you?
Yeah, he's like, sorry, I need the money, but yeah, that fool robbed me at gunpoint, and then his homies tried to fucking jack my phone and my other shit, but I mean, he just was like, nah, just take the pills, and I was like, whatever, bro, you know.
Happens.
You know what's fucked up too? So when that happened, I was fronted those pills. So I called my plug, dude, and he was like a crip, like an Asian crip, right? And I was like, hey, I don't know, I'll call him Eric, bro. You know?
Yes.
I'm getting better at that. I was like, hey, Eric, bro, you know, I don't got the money for the pills and shit. Like, I just got robbed. And that fool was like, that fool literally drove to my mom's house. So he was from Westminster, right? Like, he drove to my mom's house and gave me a gat. And he was like, all right, let's go take care of this. And I was like, bro, I'm not down for none of that, dude. I was like, hell no. I was like, I'm not down, bro. I'm sorry. I'll figure out a way to pay you back. And I don't know if you like thought I was just lying to him, but anyways, I just gave him the number of the fool that jacked me. And I was like, hey, man, if you can figure it out, like, I'll still pay you. You can get it back. That's on you, you know? And then that was that. But it was a trip, bro. I was like, nah. And then, yeah, you know what's funny is after all that, he asked me if I wanted the gun. It was a burner gun. He's like, it's a burner gun if you want it. I was like, nah, bro.
Just to keep it?
Yeah, just in case, you know? He was all like, bro, it took me, because, you know, he was like, bro, it took me 4 or 5 minutes to drive out here. Like, you can have this, so at least it's on you, you know? I was like, nah, bro, I'm not down with that, you know? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, I thought he was my friend, robbed me.
Happens.
Moral of the story is don't make friends in jail, and everyone fucking told me that in jail.
I don't know, dude. Met some cool people in jail.
I did too, but you know, maybe it was that one experience. But a lot of people told me like, don't, like, jail is jail. Out there is out there, and I just was like, you know, innocent me, like, no, we're cool, we're friends, bro. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, I was never somebody to have things.
Yeah.
When I was locked up, so when I got out, I would have been the one to rob you rather than the one to sell you pills. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I was just trying to help people. You know how he got me too, bro? Is he hit me up. So I knew something was fishy, bro, because he hit me up and he asked if I could front him first. And I was like, nah, I can't, bro. Like, I literally just got out of jail, bro. I don't have
calls you back for a jar.
Yeah, he goes, all right, let me see if I can get the money. And I was like, all right. So he called me back like a couple hours later. He's like, all right, I got the money. And like, I literally told him, I was like, I'll charge you what I paid. Like, I'm not even gonna make any money off of this. This fool had just had a kid, you know?
Yeah.
He called me like, I just had a kid. Like, I need some money. And I was like, all right, you know, I'll hook you up. Long story
Do you know that he had a kid?
Nah, when we got locked up, he told me and shit prior to all that. So, yeah. Moral of the story, bro. Don't assume your friends in jail are going to be your friends in real life.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's true. You're criminals.
Oh, did you know what's crazy too is when I got locked up on my way to, when I was still at the police, on my way to the police
Station?
Police station. Sorry, I don't know why I can think, bro.
It's all good.
You know, on my way to the police station, bro, like when they were going to book me and stuff, they put me in a squad car with like this black Vietnamese fool that only spoke Vietnamese. I think they put me in the car with them because they thought like, oh,
he was a black Vietnam.
Only spoke Vietnamese, dude.
But he was black?
And he was black, though. And he kicked it with some Vietnamese gang. And he was like, I couldn't understand him because I don't speak Vietnamese, but he had like some broken English. And he was just straight methed out, bro. And like I said, I think they put me with them because they thought like, oh, you could communicate with them. And I just was like, dude, like I said, I got rolled. I was on ecstasy, dude. I was like 3 pills deep. This fool was
when
methed
you got rolled?
Yeah, when I got rolled. Did I tell you the story of how this thing happened, bro?
In the loop? 3 pills deep?
Dude, yeah. It's horrible, bro. I know. I was dying. I wanted to sleep and shit, and it just sucked the lights, dude. Yeah,
it's the worst,
bro. I wanted to piss, but it was like everyone's just, you know how when you're fucking on ear, also like everything's thinking. So I'm like, bro, the guards are gonna watch me pee and shit. I was like,
oh yeah,
it just was a trip. But yeah, when the way that story even happened was I was supposed to go to a party, right? This is when I used to live with Adrian, you know.
Yeah.
So like I was selling E and shit as pad, but we were supposed to go to a party, and then the party got canceled, and I had like, I don't know, like maybe a half jar on me because I was going to take it to the party. It was just a straight like rave party. Yeah. So anyways, party didn't happen. And then Alan actually comes over and they roll a blunt. So they're like, oh, we're going to smoke this blunt and go get pho. And I was like, bro, I'm like 3 pills deep. I'm not about to eat no pho. I was like, I'm down to smoke.
Not hungry.
I was like, I'm down to smoke the blunt. You guys could just dip. And I was just like, chill until you come back, you know? And they're like, nah, we're going to smoke the blunt on the way. So I was like, fine, I'll just go with you. So we're driving
with you.
Yeah, so we're driving and smoking the blunt, and we pass a cop hitting the blunt. I forget that I had all the pills in my pocket because I just was gone, bro. I just took off without even thinking, you know. So, anyways, they pull us over and shit. And it just was like, you know, half our deep.
End of the ride there.
Yeah.
Were you in Alex Civic?
No, we were in John Kim's Accord.
Still not that great.
Nah, dude.
Still not that
You
great.
know what's fucked up too? So when we passed the cop, we pulled over into a random neighborhood, and then we just got out of the car and started walking. And the cop was driving around looking for us, and he finally found us, right? And so he came up to us, and then he was like, "Oh, is that your car?" And John Kim's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fuck, why do you even like, dude? He's asking you. He's not even like, like there's a reason why he's asking you, And then he's like, "It's all right. Is it all right if I search the car? You can say no." And then I was like, I looked at him and I was like, "Bro, he did not pull us over in the car. There's no need for him to go in the car." And my homie was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Fuck."
The pills were in the car too.
Pills were in the car. I just freaked out.
Even have them on. Oh,
I threw them out in the car because I got scared, and then it's fucked up too because they told me I should have thrown it out the window. But I was like, dude, I was so broke at the time, and I was like, dude, I need these 50 pills. Like, I need to make money off this, dude.
That's decent. That's decent bread.
For at that time, at that age, So I was like, if I throw these 50 pills away, I'm gonna be I'm not gonna have any money, dude. I'm gonna be down. But anyway, so
riding a BMX bike to go work Netflix in the rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was fucked, dude. Netflix is a fucked up place to work at, dude. For those of you that have worked at Netflix, I don't know what it's like now. It's probably
nice.
They don't have no DVDs.
No discs.
There's no DVDs. No one even works
discs.
there. Dude, for those of you that don't know, back in the day, Netflix did DVDs. And we used to work at the actual Netflix warehouse where we would have to sort them and shit like that.
I didn't. He did.
Yeah, well, I just put them in a machine.
Still, I think about that, and I'm like, Netflix has come so far.
Yeah, you know how but they were fucking people even back then. Because when I did my interview, they promised a free Netflix subscription, and one of the things they did was they just kept people as temp. You just work for them for 2-3 years as temp,
So you never get your free Netflix subscription.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it, and then also insurance or none of that, Dang. Yeah.
I don't have insurance.
Yeah, I don't either.
My boss paid for my fucking broken ankle cash.
Sick.
Or not cash, but with a card.
Nice.
Alright, let's get into these fucking tippity tops.
Damn, already, bro?
Why not? Because last time we did an hour and a half.
We did. Alright, dude.
Top of the list.
Top of the list. In no particular order, we got the Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion case, bro. You been paying attention or nah?
I know of things because I hear things.
He knows some people. This guy knows some people, bro. Some things be telling it.
I'm a little inebriated right now, so I made that sound a lot cooler than it was.
I'm not sure if things is like a pronoun, I'm just trying
I go by
things.
I'm trying to keep it 2022, baby. I'm trying to keep it 2022. Everybody's good.
Yeah, bro.
But I heard originally he shot her in the foot. Originally,
yeah.
And now the story's changed a couple different times from what I get.
Yeah.
I saw recently the facts of the case so far were he had gun residue on his hand when they got him. There's at least 1 or 2 witnesses that say they saw him shoot her in the foot. There's a woman who's claiming she shot her at this point. And I don't know if he's been found yet, but Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard is also missing and was supposed to be in court this week to testify against Tory Lanez.
Damn, it seems like you know a lot, bro. I think you might know a little more than me, dude.
I literally, from Twitter, Instagram, and random articles from clicking links on these things. So, my facts could be disproven anytime, but that's what I know.
I need some back support, dude. My back is fucked up, or just my neck mainly.
You're chalk, dude. You're gonna be 3 days, man.
I know. I hope that fucking massage thing helps a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, that sounds. I don't know about what's up with the bodyguard. I can't remember right now.
That's literally just happened Friday though, or something. Literally between Friday and Saturday, I want to say, is when I saw the article come up.
I don't know, dude. There's this dude that he's kind of like a No Jumper type, hip hop interviewer type dude. I can't remember his name. He was on the No Jumper podcast I listened to today. He made it pretty simple and clear. He was like, there was a gun that was shot, and it was Tory's gun. Tory had gunpowder, and just based off of that, I'm like,
I don't get why it's being drawn out to this. I thought it should have been.
At that point, I'm like, huh, yeah.
Well, how else could you spin it?
Well, the way it's trying to be spinned is that chick Kayla. Supposedly, it sounds like Tory's gonna try to say that she was the one that shot him. Because because him and Meg, like him and that chick had a thing first, which is like she's Meg's hairstylist or something.
And she was like jealous or something.
Yeah, because then him and Meg started hooking up.
Yeah.
So allegedly, like this is the story. So Tori and I think her name's Kayla, they had like a little thing, and Meg and Kayla, they were down partying in LA for a while, and then Kayla got sick, and then she went home for a few weeks. And while she was home, Meg and Tori started hooking up. And allegedly, she came back and was like, all but her is what I think he's trying to paint the picture as, or the narrative. So he's trying to say is like she was the one that shot him, allegedly. It's kind of dumb though, because she's kind of like, I feel like she got paid.
No, for sure.
Because some of the shit she's saying just it doesn't add up. But it's
why
like,
would you take a gun charge?
But
like,
it's dumb. I don't think she understands. I feel like Tory Lanez and his lawyers telling her like, oh, if you say this, this, and this, you can't get charged for it, and we'll give you like $1 million.
I mean, it's more of probably like
which is stupid because then someone had to shot Megan.
Okay, I know. You can, if you get shot like below the shins or something, it's not attempted murder. It's like a lower charge. I think that might just be in California. I don't know about anywhere else, although this might have happened in California.
It was
I
in
don't
LA,
remember.
I believe.
It was in LA?
Yeah.
All right, so that's like one thing. So you have the aspect of, I don't really know Tory Lanez's background, if he's got his criminal background and what it looks like, compared to this broad who's got probably no criminal background. And when you have money, like, because if this was a regular court case, like, it wouldn't have gotten this far.
Yeah.
Like, somebody would have already been charged and somebody would be doing time. But because you have lawyers, or you have expensive lawyers, they know how to work the system to draw things out. And depending on how something is worded in a document, how somebody replies to a question in court, like, all that shit comes into play.
Yeah.
So it's like, she could probably catch like fucking 16 with half, something stupid for shooting a gun, because there was that Raiders receiver who killed a chick with his car. He was drunk as fuck. Hit a chick with his car, killed her, had a gun in the car, and is doing house arrest right now.
Oh.
No, didn't do any time at all.
Well, that's different than actually shooting someone, though.
But I'm just saying, he killed somebody, and I was locked up with somebody who the exact same way, no gun, just a random hit and run misdemeanor, and he was like he was barely over the legal limit, and he was doing like 8 years.
Uh-huh.
This dude's doing like 3 years house arrest.
Let me ask you this: what race was he?
White.
Was he white?
He was white. he was a legit Seal Beach white man.
Well, here's the difference: is Tory's not a white man.
Exactly, and he's probably but what I'm
he's
saying
a rich
is
black man, which is maybe better.
And his lawyer's drawing it out this far.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this dude made a pretty convincing argument with the fact that Tory's gunpowder on Tory.
That's exactly why in the normal world it wouldn't go this far.
The only thing though is, so I guess what the defense is saying is that it has to be within undeniable or without a doubt,
No, yeah, without a reasonable doubt. Yeah. That's how court works.
So I guess that's just what I think that's what his angle is. He's just going to try to create some type of doubt,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, even video evidence isn't considered 100 like that without a reasonable doubt now. Like,
isn't that, well, with the deep fakes, I could see that shit.
Exactly.
That shit's getting crazy.
Like all video evidence now is only like 70%. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get a full case with that anymore.
Well, there's a jury involved, right?
Yeah, and a jury has to rule all in your favor.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see.
It'll be pretty cool to see if he gets off.
Yeah, if he gets off, it'll be crazy, dude. If he gets off, I think I can see him getting off. If he does get off, it just highlights how money
controls it
can be applied in like fucking the justice system. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, the best case of that is OJ.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good example, dude, for sure.
And then if you want to look at it on the flip side, you have the Rodney King. That was like one of the first big ones. I mean, from what I can remember growing up, because it was irrefutable that they were beating the dog shit out of him.
Oh yeah, it was on video.
You know what I'm saying? So like both sides of the coin, it's chalked.
Yeah. And I mean, another good example about the money thing would be that. Have you heard about that pharmaceutical company, Purdue?
Oh yes, come on, dog. I was a heroin addict.
Dude, Purdue, like they created like
They created Suboxone,
Yeah, they created Suboxone and
Oxycontin.
was it Oxycontin?
Yes.
They created Suboxone and Oxycontin. Obviously, like they lied and said that it wasn't addictive. They were told that it was addictive by the government, so you gotta like you can't sell it as if it's not addicting anymore. Like
Yeah,
we know we have science.
They
agreed.
invented medical terms.
They agreed.
Sorry to interrupt you.
They agreed. They're like, okay, yeah, it's addictive, and we're gonna stop marketing it. It's not addictive. Kept doing it again for years. Obviously went to court, and then now what the family's trying to do is they're trying to basically admit to guilt to feeding the opiate like pandemic,
Epidemic.
you know? And they're trying to make it if like basically they're trying to say like if we admit that we did this, then we won't be like we personally can't be liable. Only Purdue can be liable, which is already a company that failed, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that basically protects their assets, their money, you know. So they personally can't get sued, which is like in America, it's like you can sue anyone personally. Like if like certain CEOs or business owners like have been caught like doing something illegal that caused like something like harm to you, you know.
Yeah.
You can like sue them or the company, you know. If the company goes under, you could sue them personally, you know. And so they made this like deal that's like unprecedented. It's never happened in the history of America. It actually goes against our constitution, you know. And it's looking like it's gonna go through. I think it's they're coming to the end of it. But like I said, just money. They're like one of the richest family in the world.
No, yeah, dude. I've done so many of their drugs that they've produced. And then they turned around and produced Suboxone, which was like the cure-all. It was just another fucking ploy to...
Well, even before that, when they made Oxycontin, so the government were like, "Oh yeah, this is addictive. You can't do it." So they made a new version of Oxycontin, which was time release. You know, so they marketed that as like, "Oh, it's gonna help fight against."
It's only gonna release this much over a certain amount of time.
That was their like.
They invented terms. They literally there was like. Oh, dude, I forget what I used to know it. Like you breaking the pain threshold or something. Like these were terms that they were telling
doctors and shit. Well,
they were telling their marketers to tell their doctors that they were trying to sell the meds to.
Yeah,
because like that's how meds get sold. Like marketers come in and
they were literally
the meds.
They were telling doctors like all this fake stuff about the medicine and stuff. They literally like, and it's kind of the doctor's fault. Honestly, I feel like doctors should be held accountable too, because it's like, bro, you're a medical professional. It's like if you're a journalist and someone says like, hey, Biden says he's gonna like do, like he's gonna start locking up the Jews or something. As a journalist, you can't print that. You got to investigate that. You know?
No, I mean, it's honestly like,
I feel like doctors should be held to the same standard. You know?
They definitely should be held to the same standard, but like in the world we live in today, it's just
no one
like
gives a fuck, dude. Give me the pill.
Money rules all.
Yeah, this works. All right, cool. Sign my name.
Yeah. Well, plus they're awesome, dude. Oxycontin is the greatest. I mean, it's not the best. There's definitely other greater ones, but it's fucking really high up there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't have some medical benefit or anything, but I'm just saying, like, my point was just like, if you have money, there's a lot of shit you can get away with, just like with Tory Lanez. This should be like
this should be open shut case.
In my opinion, I'm not saying he did it, but based off just that, it's pretty convincing that at the very least he should have been a responsible gun owner. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, regardless, it's taken a lot less to get other people locked up in the same standards of a case.
Yeah, but for sure, I feel like that Kayla chick took a bribe, which is gonna be funny because if you sent it to her like on an online payment, it's like I feel like that's gonna come out one day or something, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
On her Venmo or something.
Well, she probably just flip.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So let's see what else I got.
Next chapter. Sleepy boy.
So, dude. Oh, bro, I haven't seen this video, but I heard it made its way around the internet. I tried to Google it, but I couldn't find it. It could be the deep state, dude. But supposedly, you know how Ukraine's been winning against Russia?
Yes.
So there's like a reporter on some battlefield that they had just wanders reporting on it, and like a bunch of like Ukrainians drove by like on a truck or something doing the fucking Hitler salute. Which is funny.
Okay, so that's, I don't know about necessarily the Hitler salute, But you remember when this all first popped off?
It was because of the fucking Nazis in Ukraine. That's what Russia's.
That was the
pretense
narrative they
is. Yeah.
spun, and then it also came out that like they were super racist against like black people and shit.
Yeah.
In Ukraine.
Remember when they tried to leave and shit?
Yes.
They made him fight. They were trying to make him fight, and they're like, "Bro, this isn't my country. I'm on a school visa."
Yeah, and it's not even like you're also treating me like shit while the whole time I've been here. Like, why do I want to go fight for you?
Yeah, it's not my country to fight, anyways, bro. But yeah, so apparently that. I don't know. I mean, and then I looked into it, and I think Ukraine's had run-ins with like Nazis and shit like that. It'd just be really crazy. You know what would be really crazy is if Putin was right, because they're pretty sensitive to the Nazi thing. They lost more Russians to the Holocaust than the Jews did during the Holocaust.
Yeah,
on the battlefield, like a decent amount more. So it's like he could just be really just sensitive to the whole subject, and maybe he wasn't too far off the rails. I'm not saying it's true. But I'm just saying life is funny like that.
Dude, I just feel like where there's white people, there's going to be probably one Nazi salute. If there's like a couple hundred, one of them's going to be like, Well,
the question is how deep is that,
Probably deep because like you think about all the white nationalists that are in America.
Yeah.
And, necessarily it wasn't the Germans that caused Pearl Harbor, but they were in the same axis.
Yeah.
And you still got countless
axis.
motherfuckers out here fucking getting ready to Zeke Heil every chance they can get.
Yeah.
Rallies, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if it can happen here this far away, I'm sure that it can happen a couple countries over from the homeland of where it came from.
But I just think that's so ironic because there's like, Zelensky's trying to be like, no, it's not true. It's false, narrative and shit. But then it's right there on video.
It's kind of dude.
I haven't seen the video, like I said, so it could have been like, it could be just a rumor and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look at the image Huntington Beach has.
Yeah. Those kids in high school that remember that party like a few years ago during the beginning of COVID where they're all doing. But I feel like those kids, though, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. They're just being stupid.
A lot of them probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, it's like me and two of my homeboys. Remember Ryan by chance from when we were way younger? Black Ryan Mack.
That name went to school. Oh yeah. Oh, bro, he hit me up recently, like last year, dude.
He's all tatted down and shit now. He's got kids. Okay, so
dude, that fool's tight. What happened to that guy?
He moved. I don't know, dude. I got into dope. He got into his own shit.
Yeah.
I think he was doing. I think he's doing good. I'm not sure. I don't really talk to him anymore.
I hope he's doing good.
Put in perspective, there was a bonfire end of the year for Orangeview when we were in junior high. It was me, him, and our Puerto Rican friend Eddie, who looks black almost, and we are running to catch the very last bus to get home back to Anaheim because there was a bonfire. We're running down the street, and next thing you know, there's like a 35-year-old white dude fucking slung down, prison tats, swastika on his stomach, running after us down the street as we're running to, where the bus stop was over by like
Magnolia or something? Or, oh wait, what are you talking about? We're at the beach or you're at?
Yeah, like you're coming from the pier, you go down Main Street and you cut a left, and there's like a bus stop down the way
like
a little
7th or some shit, right?
Yeah, like right around there. That's where we're gunning it to.
Yeah.
And we get like 3/4 of the way there, and we all look at each other and realize there's this fucking jacked white dude running behind us also that came from the alley we were running in, and we stop and we just stand there, kind of look at each other. We're like in junior high school, so we're like 13, 14. He stops and just looks at us and is just like breathing all heavy from running, and we're just like, what's up, man? He's just like, whoa, like what's going on? What are you guys doing here? And we're just like, we're trying to get the fuck out of here. We're trying to catch the last bus home. He's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think it's time for you guys to get out of here. And we're like, yeah, dude, for sure. And then just kept running.
Sure, you should de-escalate and do it.
I was the one talking.
Calm down, sir.
There's not when you're 13.
These are my friends.
Fucking sweaty white dudes chasing you down the street too.
Yeah,
that shit was scary as fuck.
Huntington Beach is like home of like the biggest Nazi population and probably the biggest crackhead population. I don't
Definitely know not, dude. Your area is fucking neck and neck, dog.
With Westminster,
bad.
I don't know. Wait, Nazis or crackheads?
Crackheads. Nazis. I mean, you can't call them Nazis. They're not Nazis.
What do you want to call them? White nationalists? I don't fucking.
I don't know, dude. I skinheads.
What's the new pronouns for?
You got fucking. I don't know. I don't even know who stays out there anymore. Probably like OCS and shit like that.
I actually haven't been to HB like that in a minute.
But
it's probably gentrified by now. You think? Just like they just raise prices up, so
it all depends on what part of HB you're in.
Yeah,
and if you're right here by the beach, probably not, because it's all fucking super expensive.
Yeah,
and then you've got the normal homeless population that's there. You know, shout out. Used to be one of them.
Yeah, dude, I feel like Santa Ana's getting pretty crazy with the homeless population.
Santa Ana's fucking, that shit used to be the best, dude. You used to be able to get out of jail, go across the street to some homeless camp, and be like, hey, I just got out. Anybody got anything? And somebody would fucking light a bowl for you. You might be able to get some black if you were a heroin addict. It was great.
I seen people like build little houses on the street now, on the sidewalk, you know?
Yeah.
Santa Ana, I'm like, damn.
Dude, some of the shit I see in LA, like, from working in Hollywood, fucking creme de la creme, dude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
Just living it up, bro.
Like, home improvement level.
Some Tim Allen shit.
Yeah, dude.
This was on YouTube learning how to build shit.
Lots of wood
Wi-Fi
involved. Not Wi-Fi, but they'll have a generator in there.
Some shit, yeah.
A big screen TV. I've seen a big screen TV in a tent. That's
throwing
cool.
Super Bowl parties and shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, no, dude. Like, literally, like...
the homeless bowl, bro.
Underpasses in Hollywood are, like, from... where the bridge, like, so, like, you're in the underpass, so, like, from freeway to freeway part, it's tents all along the sidewalk.
Yeah, I believe it.
And it's just like a community.
Hell yeah.
Just ripping bowls, fucking nodding out, taking bikes apart, doing other types of weird shit.
Just doing their shit.
Super cool. Super cool.
You know what's funny, bro? That just reminded me is this French dude came to my gym. He was down here for like 2 months, and I was just fucking around with him, and I told him you should check out Skid Row.
He like, went?
I don't know if he went, bro.
Oh, dude, he should go.
I forgot to tell him I was joking, bro, because we were training.
Bro's tight, dude. There's a lot of cool
He's like,
shit.
What's Skid Row? And I was like, bro, it's just the community where everyone's partying and shit. You like to party, bro? Everyone's just drinking, smoking. You'll have a good time, bro.
Skid Row had great crack.
I bet.
Skid Row had great crack.
I don't know. So he was from Paris, you know, so that's a capital. They probably got crackheads in Paris, right?
I'm sure they smoke rock in Paris.
Yeah.
I'm sure rock is smoked in Paris.
He was a cool dude. Axel, if you went to Skid Row, I'm sorry. Unless you had a good time, then you're welcome.
You should find out.
I know, I got his IG. I'm gonna hit him up right now. Actually, I just totally remembered.
Is he still out here or is he back in France?
Nah, he left last Friday. He was down here for like 2 months. He was a cool guy. I beat the shit out of him this one day, bro. We went to spar and he said we're gonna go light. And like he got me like 4 times really good, you know? With this like he like likes to do this thing where he like jabs backwards, you know, and I kept walking into it. And I was like, I can get around this. I was like, but you're not gonna like how I get around this. So I did it one more time and I like slipped under him. I hit him in the stomach and then did an uppercut. And then from there he kicked me. He tried to head kick me twice and then it was just on. I was like,
this part went to level 100.
I mean, he was left bleeding, you know.
Damn.
I threw an overhand. Because he kept doing that backwards jab. So I was like, all right. So he did it one more time and I fucking did a overhand from like a southpaw and then just went over the top into his face. And I think that was the one that cut him.
Just ripped him open.
Yeah, the lip. It was all gravy. Felt bad, but you know.
Hey, dude, they're French. It's got to happen.
Hey, they colonized the Vietnamese.
Did they?
Yeah, they colonized the Vietnamese for a minute.
How many places has France colonized? A lot, right?
I don't know, but if you didn't know, the Vietnamese was started. So the French and the U.S.
they
funded
did.
the
They
war
had
for the South.
The French had the Vietnamese first, and then we came in.
Yeah. Well,
and basically did the exact same thing the French did.
Yeah, well, so the U.S. came in because we asked for aid, I think, or because they were trying to fight communism. But the French were there a long time before them, you know.
Yeah.
So it was basically like in the history of Vietnam. So China ruled them for like I think 100 years or something around that, and then they kicked out the Chinese and revolutionized and shit. And the French came over. They just took advantage of because everything was all fucked up and stuff. So they came in and brought in their knowledge, I guess, colonized the South. which brought the South up like a lot more than the North, and then that's what kind of started the wars because the North kind of this is what I was told by my family. I don't know if it's truthful because I never like looked into it that deep, but they said the war was started because the South they got colonized by the French, so they started doing a lot better economically, and the North didn't really know what was going on until like some people came and like just to check it out, and they got jealous and went back and told like their president or whatever, the guy in charge of the North, and then they basically started the war to take everything.
Fuck.
Yeah, some communist shit.
Because I've seen like, obviously I've seen different documentaries and shit like that on it, and I know like the French had control over Vietnam for a while, and they were trying to deal with the Viet Cong, and it wasn't going well, and so the French just started to like burn villages down if they wouldn't give up whoever the Viet Cong were in the village or the people running everything, because they would give guns, they'd give aid to South Vietnam or whatever, the southern part, right?
Yeah, the southern part, South Vietnamese.
Yeah, the French would give aid to them, and then the Viet Cong would come in and raid all the weapons, and like maybe not even raid. They don't know for sure like who was really working with them and not, but they'd come back and the guns would be gone, and they'd be like, all right, we'll bet either you can give them up or we're gonna burn your village down.
Yeah.
So the French did it, and then once America came in, it was literally the same exact thing that happened, and then it just got dragged out for I don't know 8 years, 8 to 10 years.
I think it was around that like 8, 7, or 8. I think I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, it's. I mean, I should probably look more into it. It's kind of hard because I feel like when I getting my information from my family, it's like it might be biased.
Yeah.
But I mean, like most of my family was like in jail and in prison for a while and shit. For my grandpa was in the military and stuff, so they were like. And then apparently my dad's family like at one point had a lot of money. So
Really?
Yeah, so they're like the target, I guess. Yeah, they apparently I don't know if this is true, but my dad told me that his family owned like a sick portion of like this really like rich city. It's called I think it's called Fuquoc or something. I don't know. It's like a little Las Vegas on the beach. It's like they have casinos and shit like that on the beach. It's pretty sick, dude. But now it's kind of like not
Run down or just not?
They still have the casinos and stuff, but yeah, it's run down. But yeah, so apparently they got taken to them by the North. They stole all their land. They gave them like a little plot.
Well, I mean, like they were. I'm so I don't know. Like the last chopper pulls out of Vietnam for
That
the
shit was
Americans,
crazy.
and everybody else there is fucked.
Yeah,
If you were on the whatever side that was not the Viet Cong,
yeah, 100%.
like people were getting outed, smoke left and right for sure.
Yeah.
So
The North was the Vietnamese people they're hard people. They're very angry people.
it's been a rough life, it seems.
Well, I mean, like I said, they were colonized for like 100 years by the Chinese and then by the French. It's like so much of their identity had been gone and lost. It's like
And I mean, I've heard it's never been like if like through history when the Chinese colonized somewhere, it's not that great.
well, when the Chinese came, they erased a lot of the Vietnamese. I think like a lot of Vietnamese stuff is very similar to Chinese stuff now because we had been ruled under China for so long. They kind of like they like destroyed a lot of our culture to try to make them like more Chinese. So a lot of our temples,
basically.
yeah. So a lot of our temples are like in the style of Chinese temples because of all that,
Like fully.
just the design, the way they look and stuff. Yeah,
That's actually kind of crazy.
it's fucked up, huh? Yeah, they like tore down a bunch of temples. So that's why if you go to
Isn't that
Vietnam,
like what they're doing to the
Uyghurs.
Yep, that the one the one I'm not gonna try and say.
Well, it's crazy because what was I gonna say? Space. Damn, I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's Chinese sucks. Well, what I was gonna say was that's why Vietnam. It's all those Southeast Asian countries are so similar. Like Thailand, Cambodia, Laos. Even Hmong, which is like in the mountains. It's like their cultures are kind of similar. Even like their Buddhism is similar.
Yeah.
But like Vietnam is like our languages we can't even understand like any of the other languages. Like most languages will have some words that are similar. Vietnamese it's like very little because a lot of the dialect comes from China.
Really.
Yeah, it's like mixed with how the Vietnamese were talking, I think. And then it's just even our Buddhism is different. It's just a lot is different because of the Chinese and shit.
That's a trip.
Yeah,
There's like that much influence.
they wrote 100 years that's like 10 generations, bro.
True.
Yeah.
trying to think of like.
Is that 10 generations? No, right?
No, I think a generation is
Like-
every 20 years.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 4 or something.
It's a lot. It's 100 years.
It's enough to forget a lot of shit, dude.
I mean, it's probably gonna be 2 of my lifetimes.
You know what's crazy is when I was growing up, I used to always see the Vietnamese flag. It was the yellow one with the red lines in it.
Okay.
That's not the actual Vietnamese flag. That was like the rebellion, like the South's like rebellion flag. The real one is like red with like a yellow star in it, a big yellow star. It looks similar to China's.
Yeah, isn't that what China's is?
It's very similar to how China's looks, yeah, but it's not. I didn't know that, bro, until I was like, when I got an iPhone and I was trying to find the flag, I was like, I don't see the Vietnamese flag, so I typed it and then I saw what it looked like.
Differently came up. You're like,
Never seen it. You know what I'm talking about though?
I want. Okay, so I'm gonna be 100% honest right now.
Racist.
I have like 3 different countries, I think, because there's Russia, which has the hammer. I don't know if it still is the same one, but the one I always remember of Russia is like it's all red with the hammer and sickle.
I think it's white now. It's like red, white, and blue, but like with bars. They're like bars.
I think because it's Siberia, it's not Russia or the USSR or whatever.
Yeah, it's not the USSR anymore.
Yeah.
So I think they changed it.
So it's not that, but I remember that flag. Like we're talking red here.
We're talking about what's called communism.
We're just
shit.
talking red, and these are the ones, and China's included in this. And then I remember China being red with like 3 stars on it.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
I think so. So China, yeah, I don't remember too specifically, but the Vietnam one, it's just red with one big giant star in the middle.
Okay, then yes, I have.
It's either that or in the corner. I can't remember.
One day we'll be good enough at this to where there'll be like pictures when we're talking about this shit.
I could probably pull it up. You want me to pull it up on the? Oh wait, do I have your Wi-Fi? Yep.
No, you don't.
I do have it.
You do?
Yeah, probably because my phone has it. So just should I pull it up or what?
Dude, that is one of the fucking
Dopest things
all-time
about
greatest. Do you want to share the Wi-Fi password? Like,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yeah, Apple does a lot of dope shit, bro. Good. That's why I keep getting fucking Apple products, bro. Honestly, it's like it is the ecosystem for sure.
It's just easy to talk to my bosses and shit with an iPhone.
Yeah. iMessage is dope, bro.
Our message is cool as
That's
fuck.
the best fucking messaging app. Look, this is the Vietnamese one. It is in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
So the one I'm talking about is the yellow one right here to the side. That's the one I see everywhere in Westminster, dude.
With the all yellow with the lines on it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You never
I've
seen that one?
one too. No, I've seen it.
Those are everywhere in Westminster. I thought that was the actual Vietnamese flag. I was gonna get it tatted on me, and then I think if I would have done that,
Well, no, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense because if you think about it, most of the ones that are probably here original, like, you know what I mean, like older from when they would have migrated out of Vietnam.
yeah,
like, that's the flag they would want because they're refugees at that point.
yeah,
so
they're like,
it's like-
fuck the red ones. That's the communist flag. That's
Yeah.
the one we lost. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy, dude.
So speaking of that, let's might as well jump in because I remember you showing it to me. What are you talking about with your family coming?
Oh yeah, so because on the first episode we talked about how leaving Vietnam is like kind of a complicated.
Yes, because you
There's
have
a
that
process,
uncle in
'cause-
the military, and they're not trying to have him leave.
Well, not just him, just anyone in general.
Okay.
Yeah, for my uncle can't leave at all, no matter what. I don't even think he can come for funerals, but so right now, one of my cousins is getting married soon. So my dad had to write a letter to the Vietnamese government asking for his cousins to be able to come. So he told them like the dates they're going to be here. He told them who they're staying with for how amount of time, you know, and what different parts of the city they're planning on seeing, you know.
You have to seeing.
Yeah, so they're gonna be here in Westminster for a while, and then he said like they're gonna take him to like around, like I think Laguna Beach area for like a
So
week or
no,
two.
like so your dad has to give them a full itinerary, basically.
Not full, but like it can be vague, but yeah, has to let them know. I think the most important part is the duration of the stay, the people that they're gonna be staying with, phone numbers, and then then he had to, like I said, he had to provide names, phone numbers, and then like addresses of where they're gonna be sleeping at.
Are any of them your house?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at my house for a few days.
You're probably gonna be on a list, brother.
It was crazy because I read the letter because my dad was writing it, and then he just like I heard him just saying it to I think my stepmom or something. I forgot who he was talking to, but I just was like, damn, that's so crazy how they have that much control, you know?
I'm kind of baffled on it, like, because I've never left the country, like, you know what I mean, like, I've never really.
Well, you don't have to do any of that here.
Well, no, not out, but so like, say you're going somewhere where they're like do you have to apply for a visa? Like when you
Yeah.
went to a different, so
Yeah.
did you have to do the same thing?
No, I don't think so. Well, for Vietnam it was different because like I have that uncle in the government, so I
Uh-huh.
really didn't. He took care of all that. I just got the visa, telling him from America, saying I was gonna visit, you know. But when I got there,
Well, didn't you go to like a different country too though? You went to like
yeah, like Cambodia and shit. It's pretty lax over there though. But when I got to Vietnam, my uncle gave me like I went through like a separate like government exit like way to get into the country, like on the airport, and
uh-huh.
like he gave me like a piece of paper I just had to sign. It was like it was different, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know if you just visit it, if you were to visit, if you would normally have to write like why you were there, you know, because my experience was a little different.
Cause like me growing up and like going through like the criminal system and all that shit like that, it's like I know I can never go to Canada. I know South American countries and certain other ones, island type countries, don't extradite. Britain's kind of like Canada, and like, that's literally about it. Like I'm very very uncultured when it comes to that shit.
Well, dude, Vietnam doesn't extradite, so a lot of people will go to Vietnam to go fuck little kids and shit. There's like a thing out there. Remember that there's like an actor that went out there and they didn't extradite. They said he eat a dick.
I
You're
remember.
staying in a Vietnamese prison, homie.
I remember the Western a student teacher who got busted.
Wait, what Western when we were there or what?
We were there. He was
What?
I don't.
I don't remember that. Maybe I just don't remember. I didn't hear
You
about
probably
it.
don't. I don't know if you had. It was this dude, Mr. Cates. I think he was
Wait,
a math teacher.
was he bald?
Oh, weren't you in the class? You were in the class.
I did have
with
his
me.
class, bro.
You were in the class with me. It was
What,
our
you
math
got-
class.
Dude, did I know or just forgot or what? Well, it was while we were in.
It wasn't him. It was okay. So there was the dude. It was the normal teacher, short hair, mustache, looked like he could have been like a gay porn star back in the day. And then he had this student teacher.
That was the one that got
And
caught up.
he was the one, and it was fucking like, oh, we always said, well, I bet he's looking at kitty porn or something weird because he
Dude, that
looked
does
like a
sound,
weirdo.
that does sound familiar now. That's top.
And he'd always shut his laptop. You'd walk up to talk to him, and he'd shut his laptop, and you're like, it's so fucking weird that he does that.
Wait, so he went to Vietnam or to go fucking,
Vietnam,
or just
but-
he was on like To Catch a Predator?
No, literally, he was going to the Philippines to fuck kids, and
Western fucking dude, you gotta vet your people.
and I guess
And he's working at a high school.
Well,
Damn.
he was a student aide. So, like, you know, it could have been his first case. Who knows what the fuck it was? Obviously, it's not good. But,
No.
like,
That's the public
Yeah,
school.
it was the last day of school. It was, like, the last day. And Dalton called me and was like, hey, turn on fucking Channel 11 right now. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just turn on Channel 11, like, right now. And I was like, all right, bet. Turn on Channel 11. It's his picture on there, blasted. Child pornography. Going to have sex with underage kids in Philippines. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
That's crazy.
So every idea that we had about him is automatically true now.
Sometimes you could tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You just get the
He
vibes,
looked like
bro.
one of them.
Yeah.
Straight pedo.
I can't believe he worked at a fucking school, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Super crazy.
You think he like, try to fuck with some of the kids there? Or was he like smarter than that?
I want to say we were in. I think I was already smoking weed, so I had to been like 10th or 11th grade. So I don't know. I feel like that's too old.
You think it's too old for him? He wanted younger? That
For like for somebody like that guy.
You like the 6-year-old or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I'm saying like elementary age is the.
Bro, you know what that just reminded me of, dude? Is when I was in elementary school in 6th grade, there's this chick. I can't remember her name, dude. It doesn't matter, anyways. But this chick, like, she went missing one summer, bro. And like, I remember because the fucking police came to my house because I was friends with her, dude. So they like were asking if I knew her whereabouts and shit. I didn't fucking know. Like, I knew she was like dating some dude that was older. So I told him I was like, she's dating some dude older. I think they actually even asked me though because they already kind of had their theories and shit, So I was like, I never met him, whatever, dude. Anyways, turns out, so she went missing. She took off with this fool. Oh, then I remember they told my mom that this dude kidnapped her. And so like there was like this hunt for this dude because he had like taken her and gone off to Mexico, dude. Anyways, they eventually like the FBI got him in Mexico and brought her back like, I don't know, like a month or two later, But it was crazy. Yeah. But it was crazy because I saw her like, after they brought her back a few weeks later, and like I was talking to her about it, and she was telling me like, "Oh no, he didn't kidnap me. We ran away. That was my boyfriend." Just completely like oblivious to the situation it really was, and it was just crazy.
Stockholmed.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome for sure. But yeah, he was 22, bro.
And you were in
6th grade, bro. How old are you in 6th grade? Like, I don't know, like 11?
you're not nearly old enough at all for anything.
Not to go to
I saw
Mexico.
my first thong in like 5th grade.
Yeah. So, anyways, he took her to Mexico and was doing the dirty probably with her, and she was totally just ready to join his cult and shit.
That's actually fucking wild.
I still remember to this day, bro.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones you forget, bud.
Nah, that's public education system, bro.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Another crazy story about that same situation was you remember Alan's pad, bro?
Yes.
So like we were smoking in the front one day, and then like one of his neighbors, his dad came up to us, and we got all scared because we're smoking weed. We're like still in high school, We're like, oh fuck, he's gonna call the cops. So we're all scared and shit. We're drinking in the front and shit. And he just was asking if we seen his daughter, and we were like, no, we haven't. Oh, we actually did see his daughter get picked up like an hour before that by one of her friends, This is when we were in high school. So we told him like, yeah, she got picked up in a 350Z. Anyways, like it was like the dad told us that he had gone on her like iPad or some shit, and she was talking to some older dude like that was like in his like 20s and shit.
No.
And she took off on him on a date or something. Bro, the dad had like his gat on him, bro. He had a bow and arrow on him. He was ready to just murk this when he came back, dude.
He had a bow and arrow?
Yeah, bow and arrow. He was a hunter, bro. And he had his fucking strap on him too, bro. He was ready to literally kill this fool. So anyways, we just waited with them in the front until like 4 hours later they came back, and the dad was like ready to kill this fool. The dude was like crying and shit. I think the dad called the cops and all that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I remember Alan was yelling at him.
A bow
We're all fucking drunk and shit,
A bow and arrow.
You had a bow and arrow, dude.
Like a compound bow?
It was a compound bow. Yeah, that's the new one, right? With all the rings.
With all the extra wheels.
Yeah, the one that's gonna
shit.
send it.
That's a game ender.
It's going through a bear.
I can't own one of those.
Well, let me tell you something, bro. Dude in a 350Z picked her up, right? 20-something-year-old dude in a 350Z trying to pick up a 16-year-old girl.
Dude, I'm 31.
Don't tell me.
The idea of dating somebody under 25.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to hit 20s or that, bro.
Weirds me out.
Yeah.
Like if I was talking to this chick and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 23 and I've been talking to her for a couple of days," I'd be like, "Oh."
It's a little
questionable.
What's the word?
It's not question. It's not
turn off.
Yeah. But I mean, even if say like my idea of what a young 20s person of like all the time, and it wasn't that.
Yeah.
And it was chill, like mature, and she was like, I'm 22. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah. It's a trips. I don't know why people do all that. You know what I did think about though earlier, dude? A few days ago, I was thinking. So all these dudes are getting drafted in Russia, to fight the war. You know how they're drafting people?
No.
Well, you haven't seen people freak out?
No.
Bro, there's like, dudes, draft officers are getting shot, bro. People are like, it's getting crazy because no one wants to go fight this war. Anyways, it got me thinking, dude, now would be a good time to visit Russia. Like, not because, like, obviously it's a bad time, but bodies are going to be out there.
Definitely not.
Bro, I'm looking at the reports. There's no men out there. Everyone's fighting the war.
Look, dude, if I was gonna go there for something, because like I work with Russians.
Yeah.
Like, it's super expensive to live in St. Petersburg.
No, I'm saying just to party. I'm not gonna live out there.
Fuck partying. I want to buy property.
Ugh.
You know how much they're.
That would be a good time, actually.
You know what I'm saying? You know what a ruble's worth?
Not shit, bro.
Exactly.
You should look into this.
We might have to edit this part out. We don't want to give the facts, the secrets away. But I've said this since from the day the war started, the day after, when they're like, oh yeah, the ruble's worth like 1/15 of a penny. I'm like, I want to buy blocks.
Rubles. This is what we do, Trey. We got to start like a real estate company, get an investment from Russia, and then buy some properties.
See, you need to do that because you're Vietnamese. I am white as the driven snow. meaning American. I got no shot probably.
I think the Russians are white though. They're gonna. You probably gotta.
Eventually, but that's when it's gonna go back up. We got to strike now while the market's low.
Yeah, now's a good time, dude. You just gave me a good idea. We should look into this. Maybe the pod will be in Russia now.
You know, I could also one of my coworkers already has an apartment out there that they like Airbnb, and he's making like decent bread. I don't know about now.
Yeah.
But before all this started, he was making like decent bread.
Well, look at bro. If we can move to Russia, save up some money, move to Russia.
First of all, you lost me at moving to Russia.
Hear me out.
All right.
Move to Russia for a little bit, bro. Save up some money. The ruble's so low that we could just live out there without having to work and push the pod. And just come back, bro. Senor Putin, I'm sorry about all the shit we said.
Senor?
Senor Putin. Buddy, sorry about the shit we said in some of the former episodes. We were just joking. Really, we love Russia.
I don't know if we badmouthed Russia.
I think episode 1 we probably said some shit that you might not have liked. I don't remember.
I mean, it's Russia, dude. They don't like us as it is. We're American.
Bro,
I'm American.
I'm Vietnamese.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and separate this now so that when they review this footage for you to buy property, it'll show you're good.
It's funny too because have you heard about that incident where some football player met Putin and he took his Super Bowl ring?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he asked him, this dude if he can see his. I don't know what football player it was because I'm not into football like that. But he asked if he can see his Super Bowl ring, and he just never gave it back. And the dude didn't know what to do.
What? I mean, he's like legitimately one of the biggest gangsters on earth.
What are you gonna do, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
I would be like, would you ask him? I'd probably ask him.
I'd be like, hey, can I get that back? And when he said no, I'd be like, okay, but at least I asked.
Yeah. At least just ask, bro. Maybe he's deep down a nice guy. Maybe he was just testing you. You know how Russians are, bro. You just want to see if you're man enough to ask, yo.
No, yeah, I work with him every day, 5 days a week. No, 3 days a week, possibly 4 to 5. I talk to a Russian person, so yeah, totally get it.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I'll probably insert the football player in post.
I mean, I've heard that somebody follows him around with the briefcase and picks up his fecal matter.
Whoa, that's a crazy job. How much do you think they get paid? Probably not shit, because people ain't shit.
I mean, honestly, like, I see, this is one of the questions I always had. It's like, in a country like that, with a position like that, you get 3 square meals a day and you probably drive around in Mercedes Benzes and shit like that. Like, that's probably your pay.
Yeah, that's probably
what it is.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I read too, which was crazy because I didn't see it on like the news or anything, but Russia armed a nuke that was capable of reaching the United States, California, New York.
Sick.
Yeah, it was like a week ago. I should put the date on that, but yeah, it was about a week ago. And no one even talked about it or anything.
I mean, probably just because it's been happened before with, like, if you think about the Cuban Missile Crisis and shit like that, the fact that they can launch it from Russia and it'll get here is pretty fucking crazy. I mean, we don't have that capability, do we?
Yeah, we do, but it's just like
is it from here or is it from a fucking naval base?
us, we have multiple nuclear sites that can, like,
Anywhere.
we have here, we have boats, we have in other countries, we have missiles that can go anywhere. We do it on purpose because that way, if we do get attacked, it's like we have. I'm pretty sure Russia does it too, But we do it so it's like if we do get attacked, I mean, it doesn't matter where you hit. It's like we're still gonna be able to retaliate,
No, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's something like 90% of the world has either a naval base on it or something along those lines. Like,
Yeah.
there's a foothold of the U.S. military in like 80 to 90% of the world.
Enough to make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we have the strongest military as of now, and I hope it stays that way.
No, it's going to.
You never know, bro. These liberals be tripping. They wanna make like the military like I don't know, fucking softer environment, I guess.
I I don't know, dude. I can never see that happening just because like the way America got to be where it's at is because it's the swinging dick of guns and missiles and all that cool shit like that.
Yeah, but I feel like policy shifts like social viewpoints and shit, and
Hmm.
we've had all these policies that have changed. Like, I mean, there's some people out there that think that men and women should like a man should be able to compete in a women's sport. They think that that's like,
All right.
yeah, and it's weird, and it's just you know it gets to the point where it's like, is that gonna infiltrate the military? Where we not about the men and women thing, but I think in the military, are we gonna allow ideas that don't?
Lesson.
Yeah, just ideas like, are we gonna allow like ideas that aren't the best of the best ideas in retaliation to inclusiveness, or for inclusiveness, I guess, not retaliation, you know?
I think for that to happen, it's going to take
Just the right politicians, they're the ones that make the laws that the
no,
military follows.
not to that degree when you get to talking about military and stuff like that, because military is a very
Bro, look it. They signed. All right, I just saw a bill that's supposed to go into effect eventually. It's called it's like a part of the Go Green deal. They want the military to be green by a certain amount of time, you know?
they want it to be what?
Green.
Green?
Yeah. I mean, I get that it's a cool and admirable idea and shit, but it's like the military's job isn't to be energy efficient or none of that. It's about defense, dude. And sometimes you gotta fucking, you know,
Ruin
dude. They have
to get the
nuclear
job
warheads.
done.
They carry nuclear warheads that they have to test. Are we gonna be like, oh, we can't? We can only test a certain amount of nuclear
Yeah, but
warheads.
you have to really think, is that like a ploy, or is it just, you know what I mean? Is it something to make it look good with the military
it's probably something-
complex that's currently in the US, to where people think that there's too much money being spent on the military?
That would cost more money, I feel like, to implement.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
new
probably would. No,
technology, yeah.
I'm saying it. I'm just saying, like, it saves
Is it just on
space.
face value? Yeah, it could be just that, but just the fact that it's like, bro, come on, we have to have a realistic approach on what the military does, though. We shouldn't have to save face when it comes to things like that, you know?
No, yeah, for sure.
I
But
mean, I'm not saying don't regulate the military. I'm just saying that it's like, I feel, I mean, even just the bar to join the military has been set so low now. Like, like, you haven't seen how people like can pass physicals a lot easier now to join the military?
dude, I stay as far away from.
Bro, they have a program. If you can't pass the physical, they have programs that you can do that'll help get you in. Like, it's like they're lowering the standard, right? The actual like the mental exam, like the written course and stuff like that. If you fail that, they have classes you can take to help you get a better score on your
The
test.
ASVAB? Dude, I
Huh?
scored high on that thing. I think I got like an 18 or something.
I don't know, but anyways, all I'm saying is we've already softened the military. You know,
Dude, it's just like such like an old. I don't know.
I'm not a military guy, by the way. I'm never gonna join the military. I'm just bullshit talking.
Never. I respect it.
I
Love
respect
the
it.
troops.
Thank
Got
you,
lots of
troops.
homies that
Love
are
all you.
all my homies that are in there. Salute. It's not my vibe, but at the same time, I feel like it's almost like when you think of like Supreme Court, for instance, Roe v. Wade
Uh-huh.
overturned.
Yeah.
Would you ever have seen that coming in 2022?
No.
So the idea of the military complex of the United States of America going green and lessening is probably in that same category. You got old motherfuckers running it. It's not new blood. And everybody else that's going to get into those positions probably already picked out to keep the old guard running.
I don't know. It's getting weird.
It's getting weird. I'm just waiting for aliens to show up and fucking smoke us all.
I hope
don't
aliens show up.
I don't foresee myself making it to 50, whether that be from my own vices or something gnarly happening. It's been way too long.
I just don't want to work like this, bro. If aliens were to come, I would just fight the invasion and not have to worry about coming to work and all that to survive, you know?
If the invasion comes, I'm just fucking doing a fat shot of heroin, calling it a day.
If the invasion comes, I'm going to be like,
I'll wait.
I'm just going to tell them I'm the leader.
I'm going to have a fat bag.
Listen, aliens, I get what you're trying to do. I respect it. Put me in control, bro.
Why are you going to be the one talking to aliens?
I'm just saying, if it happens, I'll be like, just put me in control, bro. I will go for the alien shit, dude.
As they're anally probing you.
I mean, bro, but them. You need to annually probe people. Don't worry, I got you. I'll set up a program. You know,
You're gonna have to get probed first.
I'll be like, let me show you how to do it the Earth way. First, we're gonna say a virus is going around, and the only vaccines they have goes in your ass, an anal vaccine.
And then the locks are gonna come down around your wrists, and then that weird probing device, whatever it looks like.
This is the vaccine, Trey.
What vaccine?
The one that goes in your butt.
You remember when they were actually saying that there was a vaccine that went in your butt? Oh my god!
See what I'm saying? This is the American way, bro.
Oh my god!
It's full circle, bro.
It's just coming around. Have you ever had a suppository?
No, have you?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Fucking feels super weird. I actually remember having one placed in me one time.
Why did you?
I don't know. I think I was sick or something, and my grandma had to put one in me.
Oh man,
I was young. I was in elementary school still. But it's a weird, cold feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew this chick that would do it I'm gonna say regularly, but once a month or so. She said it was good for you.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about the same thing? You know what a suppository is?
Is that when they put that thing in your butt, right?
It's
the liquid?
a pill.
Is
it's
it
just a pill?
Oh yeah, she did it, but with I think she said she put one that had vitamins or something.
Enema?
Yeah, enema.
Enemas are different.
What's the enema? What's the
Enemas clean you out.
Oh,
a suppository is just like a pill that goes in your ass.
Wait, so does enema, is it a pill too or what?
No, an enema is a fucking they fill you with water and then you shit it all out.
Hell yeah.
That's an enema.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they do
Have you done that one before?
They do the vitamin ones and stuff. No, I've never done it. I've heard a lot about them. Sound horrible.
Yeah.
But they do vitamin ones, and it's like they clean your colon, they coat your colon with vitamins and shit like that. Apparently they're healthy, but sounds horrible. You can ask my mom the next time she's over.
Right.
She's had them before. That's how I learned about enemas, if I remember correctly.
Oh man. Yeah.
You hear about how my mom shit water.
It's fucked up, dude.
It's hilarious. The relationship I have with my mom's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A mom that wants to be your friend, but also want to be your mom when you're growing up.
It's a trip.
I mean, it helps because I was 18 when she really came back. So
yeah,
that whole little weird awkward line was
she skipped through the whole childhood phase.
She skipped the childhood phase and then just got pure hate for me for a couple years, and then smoothness. Yeah. And now we're gravy.
Dude, I remember when I was staying at your pad, bro, and I went. You dropped me off with I think Toby or something, and we went drinking. I think Toby and Matt. We went drinking somewhere, and I just drank way too much, bro. I was throwing up, and you picked me up, remember? And you took me back to your crib, bro, and I fell asleep. And then I woke up just feeling cool, and your mom was cooking burgers for everyone. I think your mom actually woke me up, dude. She would cook burgers for everyone. You were outside with Kayla. And a bunch of people just smoking in the patio, and I was knocked out.
Probably. Your mom, dude, that was so many nights.
Bro, your mom woke me up and was like, I made hamburgers. And I fucking ate them. I think I smoked a joint with you, threw up again, and then passed out again. You remember that shit or no?
No, but that was so many nights for lots of people.
I threw up so much that night, bro.
That happened to Quincy. That happened to you. That happened to Matt. Oh, man, that pad was so much fun. Yeah, those were the days.
Remember when you had a Guitar Hero, bro?
I do, and that was all I played. It was really a lot that I played. Everyone was like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, those are some good times, man.
My mom will still, every time my mom talks about grandma's house when I'm there, you get brought up and talking about making pies and cooking hamburgers.
I remember the burgers. I don't remember the pie one, dude, but I remember the burger, dude. That because I literally sobered up for I just saw food and I just turned sober for an hour, dude.
You're oh.
You know what? I think it was the blunt is what just put me back in a bad spot, bro. Because I felt good. I ate. I was like, yeah, smoke the blunt. I was like, oh fuck, here we go again.
You're like tobacco. The head change.
It's the spins, bro.
Not good.
I think your mom gave me a little trash can too, and I can't even get off the couch. I was like,
yeah, dude. There's the memories flooding back to me right now from that.
Yeah,
everybody's been fucking head off my couch at one point. That's actually stayed there, head off my couch, thrown up in a bucket.
That was a comfy couch.
It wasn't. It really wasn't.
You're
It was
throwing
not
up.
comfy at all.
You just hang your head off the side, bro.
Oh yeah, that was the best. And the blue carpet.
Yeah,
Oh,
the blue carpet, dude.
I miss that place.
Yeah, how's your grandma doing, bro? I haven't seen her in a very long time, dude.
I haven't talked to her in a decade.
You think she'll remember me?
No, my grandma's got Alzheimer's.
How old is she? Probably like 90, huh? That stretch. She's old in high school, bro.
She's got to be. If she's still alive, she's got to be close. I have no idea. I haven't talked to her in like a decade,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But probably, I don't know. She probably doesn't remember a lot of people because Alzheimer's was already setting in when she was leaving. So, you know,
those were good times, dude. Just living, not caring about life.
being young, not giving any fucks, not having to worry, selling weed, I was selling weed. You were selling other things.
Ecstasy.
Yes.
I think was I even slanging when I lived with you? I think I stopped for a while.
You weren't even slanging with me yet.
I hadn't started.
Nah.
Yeah.
It was.
Bro, remember my cousin through marriage that like got
The
arrested?
fool with the truck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I told you a story about what happened with that fool?
No.
Dude, this fool.
Wait, maybe.
I had this cousin
Did he kill somebody?
No, he. I'll tell you a story. So I had this cousin that he was married. He was through marriage, right? My cousin Crystal married his brother. I'm tell a story. You take a piss. I had a cousin that. What's the point of telling the story if you're not here, bro?
I remember.
I had this cousin, dude. I don't remember his name. We were just related through marriage. His brother had married my cousin Crystal. And he was like around the same age as me, a couple years older. But I remember I had met him when I was living with Trey because one of my close cousins, Jacob, was friends with him. But he came down and he gave me all this alcohol and like paid for me to go party with them, like to go clubbing and shit. And he just was always like coming through and smoking me out. And I was like, damn, this was really nice. Anyways, turns out in the future, I found out this fool went to jail because this fool's girlfriend broke up with him and he like went to her house and tied her up and like he did like penetration with a foreign object basically and like kind of beat her up. And then he showed up to work the next day. I mean, he was on his lunch break when that happened, so he showed up back to work like nothing happened. And so I just think he was being nice to me because he had like no friends anymore. But yeah, dude was a weirdo. It was a trip, but he he was cool, but he was a weirdo after I found out all that. He worked for like or his dad owned like a fucking repo company, so he had like one of those like sleeper trucks where like the hook and all that would like hop out like would basically pop out of the bed and all that. It was cool because he'd be down to move cars and shit that were parked and just fuck with people. But yeah, trip, dude. Life's crazy. You never know what the fuck people are up to. Did you hear the story? You remember that?
He was like a Tequachi.
I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah. Well, he was like half Indian, half Mexican or some shit.
He's native?
Like Indian,
Like Indian.
From Asian Indian.
Southeast Asian Indian?
I think that's just south. I don't think southeast. Like yeah, but basically yeah, right by
From India.
Yeah, his dad was from India and then his mom was like from Mexico.
What's the one? Indonesia.
Indonesia, yeah, that's
Yes.
where Asians supposedly started from.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly it went from Indonesia to China and then to all the other countries.
That's because I remember him coming over to the house twice.
Yeah, he was super nice, and it's just because he didn't have anyone to hang out with because he was fucking weirdo.
I remember you went to go kick it with him once, and my mom heard about it and got pissed off. He got hammered with him one night or one day.
Oh yeah, she got mad
He
because
like picked you up from Gilbert or some shit.
yeah, and remember I came home with like 2 handles because he gave me a bunch of alcohol.
Oh no,
Your mom was
dude. That was the shit that fucking I couldn't get over the balcony. Remember I jumped over the wall and I couldn't
I'll
jump back
never
over?
forget that moment. I can remember that shit crystal clear, dude.
Crystal.
I don't even know why. Oh, to pick up the cigarette butts. Remember you hopped over the balcony because your neighbors got pissed off at us for throwing the cigarette butts over the balcony?
And we were hammered one night off of El Jimador and fucking.
You kept throwing them over, so you're like, I gotta pick all this shit up before my mom gets mad. And then you like,
I got over and then I couldn't get.
You
back
went through the
over.
Matrix.
I was just like leg up on the side, just like I can't get the rest over.
This one jumped like onto the top of the fence and it just froze for like a cool minute. Like I want to say 10 minutes. Just looked at me, was talking but wouldn't move or anything.
Was I still fat then? Or already?
You lost a lot of weight. You lost a lot of weight.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I remember. I was gonna remember if I started taking ecstasy yet. Because when I started my whole X phase, I went from like 2 bills to like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think you were that skinny yet. I think we had just started raving and stuff like that.
Dude, somebody tried telling me fucking. I told somebody what I did for work.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "Oh, so you're like a rave promoter?" And I was like, I was like,
like,
definitely
yeah,
not
sure.
like that. And I like explained it, and they're like, "Well, yeah, it's like," I was like, "I work for Insomniac. I kind of work for Insomniac. I do this and I do that."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh yeah, they do this, they do that, they do Ultra." And I was like, "Look, bitch. First of all, they don't do Ultra. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't tell me about festivals.
Don't mansplain it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking try and explain shit to me that I've been doing since fucking you were still in diapers or some shit, probably, dude."
What a cunt.
It's weird how shit like that gets irritating.
Was it a dude or a chick?
It was a chick.
Don't woman-splain me or.
It's a woman-splain me. We're gonna go ahead and call
Don't
it that.
bitch-splain.
Don't woman-splain
Oh
me.
god, don't bitch-plain.
Bitch, I've been coming here since fucking you can't even remember. I remember when it used to not even be like this.
Yeah, I remember when EDC was like. I feel like it's not even EDC anymore, bro.
It's way better.
It's different though. I liked when it was in LA.
I was there last year.
Yeah.
It's way better.
I haven't gone in like a while, dude. I don't think I like care to rave anymore. You know.
No. Like I listen to drum and bass. I'm in a nasty hardcore phase right now, like anger fist level.
Oh, dude, bringing it back.
Bro, I'm listening to some nasty ass shit lately.
Yeah.
But like, so I'm not really in the scene, but I still love the music. And like, just the level of what EDC is like compared to like even you remember like going to the Coliseum back in the day and seeing that and being like.
I think it's a vibe though when you went to the Coliseum, you know, like the
was way better.
Yeah, like
the
in terms
vibe
of community.
was better.
Yeah. It's like commercialized now. You know what I like more now is like going to like Coachella and stuff like that. I feel like I like that experience more now.
Festivals are festivals. I went to Rolling Loud, New York.
I like I like stuff like Coachella though because they have different genres of music, so it's like
it's not singular.
Yeah, you know, like when you get bored, it's like I'm just listening. It's not like you go to rave; it's just different versions of techno, you know.
I think Felix Cartel is playing at.
Damn, I haven't seen that film. I haven't heard of him in forever, dude.
I think they're playing
still doing
Countdown, or I just saw their name recently. Actually,
yeah,
I can't remember why that popped in my head it's like that, but
that fool was sick with it.
Yeah.
Those were good times, dude.
I miss them just because it was so simple.
Yeah,
there was literally nothing to worry about.
Nah. Just not ODing, which wasn't even that much of a fear because like drugs were a lot cleaner back then, you know?
Not really, dude. Everything was a meth bomb.
Yeah, but at least like you wouldn't. It's not like a fentanyl or some weird synthetic shit, you know?
Very true. There was not fet. I think the most you would have got was like PDMA, all the lookalikes, and then I remember a bad batch of Transformers going around that were like killing people because it had rat poison in it.
Oh, that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked.
I got like, all your connects would always text you random shit. I got like 11 texts in like 3 days about.
Plus, Pill Reports was a great fucking. That was a great platform to learn stuff, bro. And like they had it down to the thing I really liked.
Kits, remember?
Yeah, the thing I really liked about Pill Reports too was all of their information was like consolidated by city, you know. So because like a Red Buddha in like Anaheim might not be anything so much like a Red Buddha in Texas or New York, you know.
No, yeah, because remember, like we had I talked to people about Pokeballs.
Yeah,
and like people don't know. If you're not from California from that era of doing X, like you don't know what a Pokeball is.
Yeah, I remember the pink Bentleys. They're all shiny and shit. They had crystals in them. That was like my favorite pill for a while.
The Buddhas, the blue Buddhas with the TCB in them.
Yeah, Buddhas were classic, dude.
Oh, the good old days. There were so many good pills. That's why I got the apple tattooed on my leg. We're for white apples.
It's gangster, bro.
Fucking gnarly.
Yeah, dude. I remember I used to hoard good pills so much, bro. I like
You
I
got
had
a
a
collection. Like I
yeah,
collect
like
hats, you collecting pills, basically, like all the different
did
ones.
you ever see my collection, bro?
No,
Anytime I had like a good batch that I liked, dude, I would save like 3 to 5 pills of that batch, dude, of every batch, and it got to the point where I had like 200 different fucking like versions of different pills, you know. Different. It was cool. I remember I took a picture and I wrote "plur" on it and I posted it and it got
with all the
reposted on
pills.
on MySpace and shit. I felt so cool. Yeah, with all
So
the pills.
tight.
That shit was. I wish I still had that picture, dude.
Have you tried the like new shit going around, like the Teslas or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, I've tried the Teslas and
What
shit.
are they called? Euros.
Yeah, the Euros are cracked out, bro.
I heard they're like expensive too.
It's expensive and like, dude, you can't even eat a whole one, bro. It's like everyone eats pieces of them and shit. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, like thirds and shit.
Thirds?
Yeah, I ate a third and I was floored, bro. I was like, holy shit. I don't know if it's because I hadn't done it in a while or something,
Are
but
they bigger? Or are they still like?
they're shaped all weird now and shit, bro. It's trip, dude.
What's weird?
Like they're shaped like the Teslas like have the Tesla.
It's shaped like the
Yeah, like the
logo?
Tesla logo, yeah.
You get that not very often.
Really? That's the ones I found like
No, I'm saying back in the day,
no.
I haven't tried the Euro since.
Because now you can get molds for shit to make them into anything, you know?
Mhm.
Versus before it was just you'd stamp it to whatever it was supposed to be, you know?
Well, I remember when I OD'd at Nocturnal, it was off these like yellow Barts that were
Yeah.
shaped like
Like
Bart's
Bart,
head.
yeah, I remember those.
Those were fucking gnarly.
I think it's cool when they have the mold.
So cool.
Just adds to the
It's so cool. You remember the puzzle piece ones?
No, you just put them
I
together.
saw a puzzle piece.
That's cool.
And it was like a Xanax, but it wasn't a Xanax. It was a pill. It was like a ladder, but not a ladder.
Yeah, we probably sound like straight fucking just druggies right now. Just
Yeah, but who cares?
I don't know. It's just was it's funny how our I could just like bring it up like that.
No, yeah, dude. I can pull drugs in any conversation. That's the shitty part.
Dude, I used to love ecstasy so much. I don't like it like that anymore. I wouldn't take. I mean, I'm still down to try it, but it has to be under certain circumstances. Yeah.
I'm good. I'll stick to like psychs and fucking.
Yeah, psychs are the way right now. Ketamine.
I'm down. I might try ketamine in the next year or so. Look into that therapy shit just to go through it.
Yeah, I'm a proponent of ketamine.
You could be my therapist.
I'll help you through the journey, bro. So let me just get a quick Google to see how these. I'll be certified real quick. Don't trip, dude.
You just see me smiling, just stuck in the K-hole. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's kind of like DMT. I feel like, but I feel like it lasts a little longer. You know.
It's definitely not like. I mean, kind of, but
I feel like when you get in a K-hole, when I'm on DMT, when you just take a hit of DMT and you get like, I feel like I just like,
oh, like the very beginning of
yeah,
DMT.
yeah. I feel like that's like how K-hole kind of like feels in a sense. Like I feel like a K-hole though, it's definitely I'm feeling it more intense though, in the DMT.
Oh, dude, when I had those couple grams of DMT and I was ripping it like every couple of days, I was fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was one that was like 45 minutes a trip, and it literally felt like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the closest thing I've had to a bad trip on DMT, and it wasn't bad. It was just like, oh,
Do you remember when we were watching that monkey cartoon on DMT, dude? It was that dude that like, it's like a spy or something that dies, and then it was on Netflix, and then like a monkey like sees, so he somehow his soul gets attached to the monkey, and he's like an assassin, and he's teaching the monkey how to get revenge because these like other assassins killed. What was that show called?
Oh, Monkey Assassin.
Is it Monkey Assassin?
Yeah,
we were
my mom was here. Yeah,
we were just watching it on DMT.
Oh, dude, I do remember that.
That was such a prime fucking like moment.
I thought you meant when we were like way
No,
younger.
just like last year or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Earlier
Last
this year.
year. I think Ryan Reynolds is the voice of that dude or something. Oh man.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Yep.
I gotta rewatch that show.
Yeah,
I think it was on Hulu.
I think was it Hulu or
I
Netflix?
think it was. It wasn't Netflix. I think it was like Hulu. Damn, dude. I remember the first night we picked up. I had just got my arm done, and my tattoo guy hooked me up with this kid who had when it picked up a couple grams and got back here, and like saw my mom blast off first and was just like, "This is so cool." And then I blasted off, and we were both just like sitting there, like, life is weird, huh?
Yeah, it was a trip doing DMT, and then she made us. Was that the same night she made us like that chicken or something?
Probably.
I think it was. It was like a late Thanksgiving thing. Damn, it was a year ago, dude.
It
I
was
think
a
it
long
was.
time ago.
Yeah, it was like a late Thanksgiving thing. I think.
Either
So
that, and then she made like stuffed peppers. She always makes stuffed peppers for us.
I don't remember what she made, dude. I just remember there was chicken, and I'm pretty sure that was the same night we did DMT.
For sure. It was last year around this time. Yeah, we were doing
Full circle.
DMT. Full circle. I need to get some more of that shit, dude.
Yeah, that shit was cool and clean, bro. Remember that like Connect that you introduced me to the full that like he started off as like an acid connect, and then he started. I don't know if he was making DMT or he would have DMT.
David?
I don't remember his name, bro. Stop using names, bro.
Dude with the glasses that walked weird?
I don't even remember what he looked like. I just remember like he lived in Costa Mesa in some apartment. But he was like an acid plug, and then like I don't know if we just found out he started selling DMT, or if he just started. We started getting like I would just get acid, and then I would buy DMT too since I was just Salmia.
It was Costa Mesa?
I think, or maybe
Or
it's either
Orange?
Costa Mesa or like Santa Ana, maybe.
Santa Ana.
It might have been
He
Santa
was
Ana.
in
actually,
Orange,
yeah.
like right by Kayla's.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. It was Orange. Yeah.
That was Devin. I heard I don't know what he's doing now, but last I heard he was doing good. He had like 2 years sober or some shit like that. Cause he got into like, he used to be a crackhead real bad, and then he got into the fucking acid, and that's when we knew him, was that
Yeah.
whole acid DMT scene. Then he got into heroin really bad.
Dude,
He was my connect for a little while.
the first time I picked up from him, dude, I did DMT and acid like the same night, and it was like such a trip. I
It's
was
the
at
best.
I was at a casino, bro, because I don't gamble and I don't really drink that much. So I did it at the casino, and I remember just tripping. I saw all the cops gave me anxiety and shit. So I just really went upstairs, and I just stared at the ceiling for like 10 hours, bro.
Were you
Just
at
found my-
Rongo?
Yeah, we're at Morongo.
Yeah, because I was like, we weren't even 21 then.
Yeah, so I remember I was staring at the ceiling, and then my homie's chick was throwing up everywhere. So I just like fucking took her to the room, dude. And then it was funny because my homie wasn't there, so he called me, right? And he's like, "Yo, something's up with Kim. I think like I was talking to her, and then I can't get a hold of her. Can you go look for her? You know, because he knew he was with us, you know." And then she passed out in the bathroom, right? And I was tripping out because I was like, "How can I get to her?" Because I was fried out. I was like, I didn't know what to do,
I
dude.
can go in there.
So it was just exactly, bro. So my brain was just like on overdrive trying to solve this problem. And then I saw my other homies girl walk by, and I was like, "Yo, Mal." I was like, Kim's in there passed out. Can you get her, you know? But I just remember for like an hour, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Scott told me to get his girl. What do I do? You know? And then, yeah, and then I finally just got her upstairs, and I just stared at the ceiling for like 10 hours, dude. Like, mission accomplished.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
When something like that happens.
Yeah,
It's
you
such
know,
a good feeling.
it's such a good feeling, bro. But yeah, I don't know.
How much time do you think we're at?
I feel like it's been an hour. Should we just cut it off?
I think we should cut it off. I'm getting hungry.
All right, dude. So we're gonna get some food. It's been fun. Thanks for joining us. Somebody sponsor us.
We need something. I want to make some dollars.
Some freeze pipe, dude. You know, at this point, I'm down to take some like black market cannabis companies or some shit.
Squatty potty. We'll take squatty potty.
Anyone, bro. Yeah. So hopefully you enjoy the show, dude.
See you next time.
Later.